Hey, it's Enryu, and this video is going to be a little bit different. And I know a lot of you love the full game commentaries, but for this specific video I wanted to highlight some tips and advice for laning on Nilah, and I feel it would be very helpful for a lot of people. I recommend watching from the beginning to know what's going on, but feel free to skip around the timestamps if you find a certain concept interesting. Thank you so much, and if you enjoyed, please consider liking and subscribing, as that would help me out a lot. On the next Taric stun, we should be able to kill Nami. She's like really poorly positioned and they have no heal. You always have to look at their summoner spells. If you see that the Nami has Ignite and no heal, the moment that Taric flashes on her with her HP like this, we can one-shot her. And I'll use my flash to follow her flash and probably just use W to get out. That's a scenario I have in my head, but obviously how it plays out might be very different. Not from here though. Here is too far away, I can't really follow up. And never mind, the Nami didn't even bother like doing anything. She should be dead though. Karthus should have her. Okay, nice. Pushing this wave, probably recall. So the lane is really good for us right now. Their Kaisa Nami didn't have any like early game effects. Like they just kind of ran it down, or I should say the Nami ran it down. The Kaisa is just a victim. Help jungler with tempo right there. Like there's nothing for me to do, so I might as well help him hit it. Help him farm a little faster. The faster he hits 6, maybe like the more he can impact the map. So always gotta be aware of these things. Oh, this guy is just dead again. Use my W for movement speed there, so I can dodge the Nami bubble, and then she's just dead. Can hold the wave for a little bit, but eventually it'll just push on to the other side again. Like right here, it's just going to push into the turret, but I want to hold it as long as possible because that's kind of like torturing the Kaisa, like just not letting her breathe. Like she has to walk all the way up here for farm, and that is like really important. Whenever you are winning lane, you should always control the wave no matter what. Like you have to be cognizant of these things. Like the more aware of your lane state you are, the better you are, the better you will get at winning games. Like even the ones that might seem unwinnable. It's like the small advantages that build up that matter the most. Alright, so we have a BF sword now. It is a cannon wave, so we're not going to be losing much. Okay, Capuchungus. Recall got stopped. Can't recall. If they're holding the wave, then they're really dumb. They should just push this and back. It should be like an even trade. Like, let me back and then you get to recall as well, because you have no flash now. It's really bad for you to stay at like half health. Same with Nami. Like your Nami is kind of useless. You should probably just both recall. Probably just going to try and ping my Taric to go in, but I mean, recall is probably the better option. They're gonna try to hold the wave, but it doesn't really matter. Like even if they get that freeze off, the freeze will immediately break the moment I come back to lane, so there's no point in them doing that. If anything, they should just try to like get a recall off. Because I will be coming back with really big power spike. And my Taric is roaming, applying pressure mid. So if they push this here, I'm going to see if I can get there in time to freeze it. Most likely not. But I'm going to pop my W for this. So there are two options you can usually take. Usually right here you can either hard shove the wave once you get back and try to get platings, or you can try to freeze the wave. But because the wave, our minion wave is so far away, it's better to freeze because we wouldn't be able to get much from hitting the turret. I have to dash onto this and then get the aggro of the minions, then I walk out. Like I have to drag it away. Alright, so that's how you like freeze even if it reaches your tower. And let's count, right? Let's count how many minions they lose here. I don't think my Taric should like hit these, just let them die. Okay, I don't know why he did that. Let's count so far, right? So far they lost 3 minions. The alternative to this would be let the minions crash into our tower, and that would make them lose a total of 0 minions, right? So my Taric is kind of like ruining the process, even though he is a challenger player. But you see, they lose the cannon right here. Plus 3 melee minions, that's like such a big advantage for us, right? Because that is gold that we got and XP that we got, but the enemy did not get that. So it's kind of like, you're kind of like making them, okay, so we're fighting. There's no play. But yeah, you're kind of making them suffer for bad recalls and bad wave management. My Taric should be okay. I should let them push the wave into our side so Taric can auto and heal with his ability. Then again, she has no flash and my Karthus is here, so probably just better to straight up... Oh, okay, nice. That was pretty close. Could probably kill her though. I'm gonna tank aggro. But yeah, these are just some tricks you can use while playing Nilah. The champion relies much more on your decision making and like your judgment of the game rather than like mechanics, because this champion isn't really that mechanically intensive. Like anything that like a challenger player can do on Nilah, a diamond emerald player can do as long as they go into practice tool for like 5 minutes, I'd say. We should be able to get the turret on the next wave, I think, because we do have grubs. They will most likely give up the turret. So here's a case where we don't need to hit the turret. Just let the minions die here. It's really good for us, or bad for them, not good for us, because they will lose like 100 gold and probably like 1/3 of a level. Like I don't even think we need to hard shove until like the next wave too, because we have time. Like we already got first turret, and there's time left for platings, like 1 minute. So we can just chill here, make them lose even more, and just zone them off the way. This is like the best thing to do because we are so strong. Like even if Nid comes, we can 2v3. Hopefully the cannon dies before the turret dies. That would be perfect. Okay, nice. So we just made Kai'Sa lose another like 80 gold from the cannon. And just remember that all these things add up. At this point in the game, we probably made her lose like at least 500 gold and like 1.5 levels of EXP, just like estimating, just from playing waves. But yeah, I'm just gonna buy another BF sword item because we are so ahead. When you're really ahead, BF sword items are the best items to buy because they give you the biggest power spike, especially when you actually buy the 1300 BF sword. 4080 is crazy. But yeah, so like Nilah is like a special case where you can abuse wave management really well as a player, but you can do this on every other ADC as well. Not even just ADC, like support too. You're not really limited to whatever champion you play to wave manage. As long as you learn this skill, you should be climbing a lot faster than the average player that you're against. So, you know, knowing these things is really good. And I think I see like way too many people focusing on just like, you know, what champion should I play? And I see like way too many players focusing on like the more useless things of League of Legends. Like they're not focusing on what's really important at improving. Like there are a lot of small things that you can think about instead of just worrying about your own teammates and what your teammates do. So, but if there's nothing special, I'll probably just end the video early because I don't want to like waste anyone's time. I think that's all that could be learned from this game. Anything else other than whatever was already said and happened, I think like has nothing to do with playing well or not. It's just like this game is completely over. Whatever we did bot lane was good, and I'll probably call it at that.